Go.
Bandwidth Boys Podcast. We talk about stuff, tech stuff.
And welcome to another Bandwidth Boys podcast. I am Greg.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Connolly.
All right, we're going to hop right into it today with what is going on tech world.
What's going on in tech world?
Well, to start things off, Skype and Google Hangouts. You better watch out. There's a new player in the game, Silapse. The new video conference service makes it even easier to join video calls. With Silapse, you can simply send someone a link and boom, you're in on the call. Silapse has a desktop app, mobile app, but what makes it a little bit different is you can still chat without an app. Simply receive the link and the video call will be launched in your web browser. It's got a long road ahead, though, as they try to catch up with video call services like Google Hangouts and Skype.
Verizon announced this week that there'll be an additional feature if you're a paid subscriber, Wi-Fi calling. Verizon is the last to the party to enable this feature. Other cell carriers have been in this party for a long bit. Verizon is starting with the Samsung Galaxy S6 and Galaxy Edge, but says it'll hit the iPhone sometime early next year. What's not clear is whether or not Wi-Fi calling will be set to default. Let's see.
Coldplay fans, there's good news and there's bad news. We'll start with the good. They're releasing a new album called A Head Full of Dreams. Bad news, you won't find it on the free Spotify service. The band announced this week it will temporarily withhold the album from free services like Spotify, and we also guessed it's Google Music as well. Paid services like Apple Music and, in theory, Tidal could see the album this week. Coldplay isn't the first band to temporarily withhold its album. Recently, Adele and Taylor Swift have done so as well. Coldplay's new album releases this Friday.
The BBC wants to make videos that change to suit whoever's watching. They're exploring the idea through a research project called Visual Perceptive Media, which has set up a way to alter everything from what's in a video to what a video sounds and looks like, depending on a viewer's interest. It starts with a personality quiz. An app asks questions about whether you're shy, outgoing, lazy, hardworking, and a few other basic traits. It also analyzes your music library and asks about your music taste. Combining that information, it will actually determine what group you fit into and serve you a different cut of the video you're about to watch.
We've had 4K TVs for a bit, but no content provider was ready to send 4K down the pipe. Well, that's all about to change. DirecTV says they are aiming to launch 4K broadcasts next year. SVP Senior Vice President Phil Gottwitz revealed the target timeframe at a recent conference in New York. I think the belief that there are technology challenges is a bit of a misinformed myth. Technology throughout the entire ecosystem is ready, but I think the content is king. The plane is ready to take off, and there is no king on board.
And that's a wrap on what's going on, Tech World. Welcome back, Greg. We're all back, three of us together.
It is nice to be back, and thanks for having me back. It had a feel that was perhaps permanent when I read the posts.
Temporary X on the with blog there, but we're happy to have you back. Someone to keep control of the show is what we need. So welcome.
Well, we'll see how that works out. So you guys, we were off. So nobody was on. Just before that, I wasn't on. So it seems like a long time since this has happened. You guys have been you've been well, I hope.
Yeah, alive. Went down to Tri-Cities and Walla Walla. Let me just say, my first trip to Walla Walla ever, a success. Beautiful city, beautiful town, beautiful restaurants, beautiful people. It was just a fantastic time this weekend in Walla Walla. So, hashtag Walla Walla.
The town's so nice they named it twice.
That's right. I recommend Matt. That's where you propose to your girlfriend at.
In Walla Walla?
In Walla Walla.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure
she will not be sad once you go from winery tasting to wine tasting. It'll be just great. So.
How does the Walla Walla wineries compare to Tri-Cities wineries?
There's more of them. I don't know. And then the main street, it was like every other store, it was a wine tasting place. So it was fantastic.
Check it out. Maybe we can do a remote show from Walla Walla.
We may be too inebriated to do one, but we can do it.
Yeah, that town does that has that effect on you, or at least it can, anyhow.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, what are we ready for, gentlemen?
Let's do the Christmas stuff, huh?
Christmas.
Well, yeah, it's here, or almost anyway. Tech gifts on everybody's mind. Does it seem like every year the tech gifts are on everybody's mind more and more, or is it just me?
Oh, I think it's more and more. I mean,
Yeah, I think it's more and more. I think my cat's trying to join the broadcast.
Cat needs some tech toys. That's what.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, you have both put together a top 5, I believe, of the best tech items that you should check out for Christmas gifts, right?
There's a bunch of there's new tech all the time, and so it could be overwhelming to those who kind of don't pay attention to the tech world and aren't really they just want, oh, hello, cat. What's your cat's name?
Well, originally Lucy, but of course it has many strange incarnations now. It's just been on the planet for as long as she has.
So there's just lots of tech stuff, and if you kind of don't keep up on it, it could be overwhelming. And you know, this is a time where all the tech companies are trying to vie for your business, and we kind of want to cut down on the crap that's out there and tell you kind of what's the best of the best. And so I have a list, top 5 list, and Matt has a top 5 list. So you want me to go first, or you want to go first?
You want to go 1-1-1-1?
Sure, great. So we'll start off at number 5, which is kind of we'll work our way from 5 to 1 on our list. So I'll start with my number 5, and my number 5 is a smartphone. So if you're in the market for a smartphone, you know, you can choose between the operating system, the iOS, the Android, or the Windows. I say BlackBerry, but they're using Android. And then once you decide what iOS, you have to figure out what phone you want, or OS, you have to figure out what phone you want. So my first gift on my top 5 list is the new Samsung Galaxy S6. It just looks sharp. I should probably share my screen so I can show you. It's Samsung's newest phone, and progressively they've gotten better with their Galaxies. And it just looks. This is the Edge, so I don't recommend spending the extra $100 on the Edge because I think the Edge.
I don't understand the Edge.
Yeah, I don't get the Edge either. It's somewhat functional, they say, but app developers haven't been able to use it quite as well. It's supposed to allow you to swipe things here and there, but don't spend the extra $100. Save the $100. Get a Galaxy S6. It's just sharp. Look at that gold. It's very Apple-like gold, don't you think? Or not, maybe. But it's just a beautiful phone. It's got Edge lighting. It's just a beautiful screen. Glass is virtually indestructible unless you do a face plant on it. 16 megapixel rear camera, whatever that means. I mean, all cameras are pretty good.
Whatever that means.
I should sell these. Well, I'm just saying megapixels aren't everything that makes a camera nowadays. I think in the old days when people were touting these digital cameras, it used to be all about the megapixels, but now it's about sensor size, and megapixels are kind of just a small portion of that. But it's got a beautiful camera. There are some websites, if you just Google Samsung Galaxy S6 versus iPhone camera, you put them next to each other, and they look pretty darn close. Samsung has a deeper contrast, richer colors, so it could make some of the pictures look a little fake than they are, but they look really nice compared to the iPhone. Wide-angle selfie camera. I know that's pretty big on Greg's list and Matt's list of selfies. So the front-facing camera is 120-degree wide-angle lens, and it just runs Android. And so that could possibly be a downside for some, but I love the Android platform. It's got wireless charge. Have you seen you've seen the commercials where they compare this wireless charging to Apple's wireless charging, which is non-existent.
I think
it's pretty funny. What?
Wireless charging is the most in.
Anyways, it's a feature here. So the Galaxy S6 has that, and then it's got more RAM, more megapixels, but I don't care about megapixels, and then more pixels than an iPhone 6. But again, all these specs are misleading depending on what you're looking for. So if you're just looking for a nice smartphone that takes great pictures, that just works out of the box with an Android platform, the Samsung Galaxy S6 is my pick for you for a smartphone.
Is there a price on that?
It starts at probably $299, $349, but that's with a 2-year contract. So out of the if you don't get a contract, it starts at $599, just like any kind of flagship cell phone would be. So
Yeah, it's kind of what I was
yeah, it's
thinking.
comparable.
Is it up there in the top
Yeah,
side
this
of
is
things?
Samsung's flagship, so they're going to price it at the same price as the iPhone and other things like that. But it's worth it. Battery life's good. Oh, battery life's better than anything I have right now, but we won't talk about my phone. Beautiful screen. It's just a sharp phone. So, and if you want to live in the Android platform, the Samsung Galaxy S6.
Sounds pretty badass.
Matt?
My first pick is easy. It's from my favorite fruit company, Apple. Right?
I love Apple.
It's called the Apple TV, and it's new for this year. It's new for pretty recently, and it's a steal at $149 for the 32 gig version.
Yes. Right.
32 gig version. You get Siri, which is everyone's favorite personal
everyone
assistant.
loves Siri.
You get a touch remote, it's like a trackpad. It's exactly like a trackpad. The remote looks beautiful.
It's very Roku looking like.
It has a microphone.
Yeah, I would agree.
And it's glass. The top is glass. What more do you want in a remote control for your TV? It has an app store, which is new for Apple TVs. So it starts to compete a little bit more with the Roku because you're not locked into all the same Apple apps.
Mm-hmm.
You can put whatever you want on it. And it looks great. New UI. You can ask Siri, what did they just say? And Siri will rewind 15 seconds and put closed captioning on for 15 seconds so you know what they just said.
That's cool.
That is amazing.
I'm not sure anyone would use the feature that much, but it's cool to have it.
I think I would use that.
Yeah.
Greg, you would use it.
I fully intend, not only would I use it, I fully intend for this to be under the tree for me this year.
Whoa.
Oh, nice. You asked your wife for this, huh?
Well, something like that, yes.
Or Santa, whoever you ask. So the Apple TV, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go and say right now, I think that my top 5 list was a little bit more budget friendly than Mr. Roden's over here. So I'll just go ahead and say that up front.
Yeah. Let's just say my list is not very budget friendly.
No. Well, you started with right around $600. And,
right. I go down from that. Well, kind of. Not so much.
Go down a little bit, then you jump right back up.
Right. All right. So that's a good pick. Apple TV.
It is a good pick.
And I think with the new UI, I think that'll attract more people because I think that's kind of what frustrated a lot of people is the UI of the Apple TV was a little frustrating.
Yeah, and the App Store.
And the App Store. Yeah.
That is what I've heard. Although this will be my initial jump into the pond for this particular Apple product.
Well, you'll be able to do a review for us then.
Sure.
And AirPlay. You can't beat AirPlay.
No kidding.
All right. So then number 4 on my list, keeping in the Samsung family, is Gear VR, powered by Oculus. I didn't think I was very excited about virtual reality, but with a phone like the Galaxy and what you can do with this thing is awesome. And there was a website that I found along with Gear VR, not that we're all Patriots fans, but the idea is awesome. With Gear VR and a Samsung, you can go to the Patriots practice in virtual reality. So being able to do that and feeling like you're there is pretty cool. I don't really call that virtual reality. I call it, I don't know what I call it, because to me virtual reality is everything is made up.
What?
Like you have to build the world. That's what I think virtual reality is. So I'm not sure recording something in 360 is virtual reality.
Oh.
Well, in that it's not in real time, I suppose it might have its own new category as virtual.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But anyways.
That's a fair
Dude. Yeah.
Gear VR powered by Oculus. You can buy it for $99.
Okay.
I mean, you can't find it right now on Amazon or Best Buy, but that's
a good Christmas present, isn't it?
But they have it on Samsung has it on their website.
You're selling futures.
I'm selling futures. Amazon and Best Buy sold out. I think we had it on a podcast a couple of weeks ago. They sold out all their supplies, but I'm sure they're going to get some back just in time for the holiday season. So if you're excited about VRs, if you like video games, apps, those types of things, I think this is a nice world for you to jump into at just $99. The Samsung Gear VR powered by Oculus.
$35 is my next one. It's a Chromecast Audio. It's something that everyone could actually afford to put under their tree, maybe in a stocking.
I didn't know we had a budget here.
Well, I think you said But what did you say? You said upcoming. Oh, yeah, I guess you didn't say budget.
Yeah,
I thought
I
there
did
was-
not say
I thought you
budget.
said budget. Whatever. Chromecast audio is not like a regular Chromecast. It's literally just audio. It gives you optical. It gives you 3.5 millimeter. It gives you RCA outs to just hook into a stereo system. Other than that, though, it works just like a Chromecast. And I've always been a big proponent for Bluetooth speakers and Bluetooth audio receivers, and I never thought this would be good until I tried one. And
The Bluetooth or the?
No, Chromecast audio.
Oh, you have this.
I've used one,
You've used one.
and it is more convenient in some ways than using a Bluetooth receiver because you don't have to be there, right? It's like a Chromecast. You can get it going, and then you can walk away, and you don't have to stay within Bluetooth range, which can kind of be a pain in the butt sometimes. But it's only $35.
And so you plug this mechanism into what?
You just plug it into your speaker, or you plug it
Oh,
into
gotcha.
yeah, you plug it into your home stereo, you plug it into your home theater, or whatever.
And so what's there? Do you have to pay for a service? Does it play it off your phone?
It'll use the big name music apps. It'll use Spotify, Pandora, iHeart, all the big music names, or you can just stream it off your phone.
Cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, $35.
It's a round disc that takes up a lot of space, so I'm sure your wife will love it.
Well, you tuck it behind your speaker, you can't see it anyway.
All right. So the next gift on my list is kind of a family gift. It's a PS4.
Oh gosh.
PlayStation 4. Here's why I like the PS4. It is awesome. I had a PS3. Not a big video game person, but it's a fantastic entertainment system. So not only does it play awesome games like Call of Duty and Star Wars Battlefront and Uncharted 4, The Thief's End. Never played any of those games, but it's on their website. But you can also watch Blu-ray movies. You can also stream through Netflix, Hulu Plus, Amazon. It's just an awesome all-around thing to have in an entertainment system, so that when your friends come over, you can, pull up the video games, or you can watch a movie, or anything like that. So the PS4 is my family entertainment pick. Not sure how much it goes for. I'm going to say it's $3.99, but I'm not quite sure.
I think it's $3.99.
PS4.
What's PS's strength? I can't remember which one is the biggest in
Blu-ray,
graphics between them.
Blu-ray and high resolution is PS4's big suit.
Okay.
I was looking at the Xbox One, but there was a lot of gimmick things on there that increased the price that I wouldn't
Like what?
really use. Like the idea of using your hand to swipe your screen. Really cool the first day you use it.
Yeah.
So there's tons of those cool things you'd use that you would play with the first couple of days, and then you stop using it, but you still have to pay for it. So that's why I went the PS4. It knows what it is. It knows what it does it very well. Great family thing. And they also have Minecraft, which is my wife's favorite game to play, and soon will also be my 6-year-old favorite game to play, as we're going to teach him how to play Minecraft.
That's exciting.
So that's my number 3.
A real rite of passage.
That's right. So that's my number 3 pick, the PS4.
My next pick is useful. It's on Amazon. If you search for Anker, Anker,
I love Anchor.
it is it's the 5-port charger. It's a 5-port USB charger. It has smart IQ ports.
What does it do?
It charges things, and it gives you 5 USB ports, so one single thing that you plug into your wall. Any of those are the same. So all of those, like the 10-port, the 5-port, I just picked the 5-port because the 5-port was...
I mean, who needs 10 ports?
Man.
Yeah, well, so let me
What
get-
makes the Anchor so special?
Well, this isn't it, but...
Oh.
Maybe if I would have planned ahead, I would have sent you the links.
I'm just saying.
But
Keep going.
I like watching you... No, that's not it either.
Okay.
Just search for Anchor 5-port.
You're slowing the show down.
So this is it's a USB charger that you plug into the wall, and it gives you 5 IQ ports. So what that means is you can plug in your phone, you can plug in your tablet, you can plug in your battery bank. It itself will figure out exactly what you're trying to charge out of each port and send exactly what that device can use. There's a lot of these multi-port USB chargers where you plug them into the wall and then it will only be able to send what the highest or what the lowest device can take, right? Because if it sends too much, it doesn't want to overload the device. This one will read each port. So if you plug an iPad and an iPhone in, it'll send the 2 amps to the iPad. It'll send, well, I guess it can send 2 amps to the phone too, but it 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 each port is independent of each other, right? So you can charge all your devices at once, and they will charge at full capacity without having to be slowed down by each other.
Is there anything else out there doing that?
Yeah, there's a few, but I
Yeah.
think Anchor is doing the best job with these.
Yeah.
Nice price, $23.99 Prime on Amazon.
$23.99. That is a nice price.
Yeah.
And I know Matt let me borrow some different Anchor products
And
while
how
my
did-
power was out.
And how did it work for you?
Oh, it was absolutely amazing. I think I charged my phone probably 5 times on it. Now, granted, it wasn't all the way down to 0 because I rarely let it get there, but really excellent products.
And Greg, the Anchor battery banks are going to show up again on my list in about 2 stops. So
Oh, all right.
just hold tight.
You just hold tight.
I had no idea, so that's
None of us have any idea what's on Matt's list. Number 2 on my list, it's a little pricey. Again, it's the Sonos system. I am a huge fan
I know you are.
of the Sonos system. It's a little pricey. For those of you who don't know what the Sonos system is, it's a Wi-Fi sound system. My wife and I own a play bar, music bar, play bar. I think they call it the play bar. It uses digital optical out of your TV. And then we also own a Play 3, which is in our room. So essentially, they have Play 1, they have Play 3, they have Play 5, they have a sound bar, and then they have a subwoofer. So really anything you need. So the difference between the plays are how big your room is. So they all kind of sound the same, but the Play 1s will fill a smaller room like a bathroom. The Play 3 will fill like a master bedroom type, and then a sound bar and a Play 5 will fill a bigger room like a living room or a garage or something like that. So the Play 1 starts at $199, but a thing I love about the Sonos system is it's kind of like the Chromecast in the sense of from your phone you can throw music up there from Pandora, your Google Music library, Stitcher if you like podcasts, those types of things, and then you can sync all of them together. So in one room you can watch TV on the play bar, and in another room you can play your Pandora, or if you want to, if it's Super Bowl weekend and you have Sonos all over the house, and you can send that TV audio to every Sonos system. And what I love about this system is that there's 0 latency in all of the speakers. So I don't know if you ever tried to set up a wireless audio system, but even a fraction of a second of latency will make it sound terrible. But with the Sonos system, 0 latency, no matter how many speakers you have, from 2 to 30 speakers, it runs off your Wi-Fi, just fantastic. Sonos Play 1 starts at $199 and it goes up from there. So it's a perfect gift if you're looking for a great sound system for your husband or your wife, and you're starting a home theater, a play bar, a subwoofer, and 2 Play 1s will get you a nice 5.1 surround sound.
Have you ever?
It's pricey,
Yeah, that's expensive.
But they also offer other products. If you like the Wi-Fi capability, they offer things that you can already plug into. If you have a great amp and a great speaker system, don't bother buying theirs. They offer it's called an amp, Sonos amp, and you can plug in the amp into your amp and make it wireless that way. So
Very cool.
that's my number 2 pick. I love the Sonos system.
I would love to know how they do digital audio with no latency.
Yeah, me too.
But it's
That's my feeling towards the Sonos. Every time.
oh, it's nice the way that you went the extra mile on letting us know how you feel.
Yes.
He's been waiting this whole time to
push
find
the
a
button.
chance to use that.
To break out some Whitney Houston.
All right, I'm done. My infatuation with Sonos is done.
You're gonna use up all of our money paying for these royalties.
Yep. It's okay.
I'm gonna throw a new addition to my list that wasn't on here when I walked in, but it's an Apple Watch
goodness. Okay.
because
Oh.
your list is so expensive that why not? Apple Watch. It's a great companion present to anyone who has an iPhone and has the ecosystem. It looks stylish. There's a wide, huge, I would say possibly even bigger variety of choices than they need to make. But nonetheless, you can choose whatever you want. You can choose different styles. You can choose different bands. and it just looks great. It looks fancy.
Hmm.
Gives you notifications on your wrist. You can use Apple Pay. You can use Siri, and it looks good.
Okay. I don't think I'm quite there yet, but that's cool.
Well, that's fine. That's your.
That's my prerogative.
Yeah.
That's why it's a Christmas list for all.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think I'll make a recommendation that you do not get one for Connolly.
Well,
You could get me one if you wanted to. I'm
Well-
not saying not to buy it, but
Would
I
you
wouldn't
get
spend my
an
money on it.
iPhone then?
Would I get an if I got an Apple Watch?
Yeah.
I'd get an iPhone.
Really?
Well, you couldn't use an iWatch without the Apple
Well,
without
yeah,
the
but-
iPhone.
But you could just get rid of the watch.
No, I think I'd get an iPhone.
Oh. Aren't you in the
Why
market
not?
for a new phone anyway?
I am,
Oh, very cool.
but I believe I gave my smartphone pick off the top of the show.
Well,
That was for a gift. Not, well, I didn't necessarily think you were going to buy it.
Megan's watching. All right. So just to review my top, I went through
5.
four.
Yeah.
Samsung Galaxy S6, a Gear VR, PS4, Sonos. Matt, you're top, or you're up to number 1.
yes, I am.
Review it.
My number 1.
No, review the ones that you already did.
Oh, what did I do? I did an Apple TV. I did a
Yeah.
Chrome audio. I did the Anker 5-port charger, and I did an Apple Watch.
Mhm.
All right.
No.
So time to reveal my number 1. Matt's gonna fall out of his chair. It's a MacBook Pro, MacBook Air,
About-
MacBook
Air.
MacBook Air.
About freaking time.
Here's why I recommend the MacBook Air. One, Apple makes a great laptop.
Yes, they do.
And
yes,
for
they do.
80% of the people out there, they don't need the added features of a MacBook Pro. A MacBook Air will get them exactly what they want. Surf the internet, play around with a few photos.
I think
maybe
80% is conservative.
Right. Okay, 90% of the people out there don't need a MacBook Pro. MacBook Air starts at $899. You get a perfect laptop that's going to last you quite a few years. It's got all the new technology. It's just fast. Connects to Wi-Fi just fine. Now on the OS X El Capitan operating system, it just starts at $899. It's a sexy-looking computer that just works fantastically. I have a MacBook Pro, but if I had to buy one for myself, I'd definitely use a MacBook Air because I don't do half the things that the MacBook Pro could use. So that is
And you
my
really wouldn't
one-
notice it either in terms of its functionality. It would only just be the horsepower anyway.
Right, yeah. I mean, on my MacBook Pro, I do more videos than I would, and so I wouldn't quite do that on my MacBook Air. But for, like we said, 90% of the people, MacBook Air is just
Yeah.
perfect, starting at $899.
What a steal.
That's my number 1 pick for this Christmas.
That's a good price. That's a lot of computer for that price.
That's what I'm saying.
And it
Yeah.
looked beautiful.
Oh, hey, Matt texted me.
Yeah, I just sent you my final number 1 pick, which I think is extremely usable and something that everyone should own. Greg mentioned it earlier.
Didn't mean to steal your thunder by any stretch.
No problem. It's an Anker battery bank.
There you go.
This is I think this is probably one of the sweet spot ones in my opinion. It's a 16,000 milliamp pack, $33. 16,000 milliamps is more than anyone ever needs. It's enough to get you out of a bind. Depending on the kind of phone you have, it's anywhere from like 3 to 7 charges. You can keep it in your car. You can keep it in your briefcase. You can take it wherever you gotta go. And you keep your phone charged up. $33.
And like Greg said, it came in handy when Spokane lost power.
Yeah.
And it exceeded expectations.
And they were on some pretty steep Black Friday discounts, so I bought 4 more
Oh my
over the
God.
weekend. So now I have 6,
You would.
ranging between 13,000 milliamps and 27,000 milliamps.
Wow.
Wow.
Now I don't.
What were the ones that you loaned me?
Those were 13,000s.
13.
Yeah.
Well, I think I could just go with the 13. I mean, I'm going to have to purchase some of those for gifts. I think you've sold me on your number 1
There's a sale that ends today. Just letting you know.
today.
Yeah, it ends tonight at midnight. So
Matt's
Then what? Then what happens?
then they go up a few dollars.
They go up
Oh.
like $2 or something.
$2.
Big sale. Huge sale.
Well, we got to
Yeah.
save those $2 to buy all the Condoleezza presents that he suggested.
Those are all on my Christmas list. Megan.
Those were fantastic. I think they were good gift ideas. I know some of them were expensive, but some people are in the market for expensive tech
Right.
gifts. They wouldn't be out there, would they?
We'll put all that our gift ideas on our website bandwidthboys.com. But that's a pretty solid list between the two of us.
There's a wide price range there.
Wide price range,
You can find
everything
something
you
for
want.
everyone. Yeah.
Greg, what are you going to get me? The
Well,
Sonos?
that would be kind of strange if I told you, don't you think?
No, I don't think so. Just so I can prepare for it is what I'm thinking.
Was
That's
it on
just-
the top 5 list?
It was, is it bigger than a bread box? Well, we'll keep it the mystery that it should be,
Excellent.
considering that I haven't really
That's
thought about it much. Sorry, Matt. I stepped on your intro just a hair there, but
No problem.
all right. Well, what is on Matt's mind today and this week?
This is something that was brought up, I think, a little while ago with Connolly. The idea
Oh,
that,
boy.
that Apple is rumored to be removing the 3.5mm headphone jack
Oh, yeah.
on future iPhones.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Will come out just with a Lightning to either 3.5mm adapter, which I'm sure they'll make, or they'll just come out with a Lightning pair of headphones. And Connolly was against it
Totally.
for some odd reason that I don't understand. Why are you against it?
It was just dumb.
Why is it dumb?
It's just Apple's way of making more money. It doesn't make any sense to me. No one wants a flatter phone.
Really?
People are perfectly fine with the phones are thin enough. You don't want to, it's hard enough holding a phone. You make it any thinner, it'll make it harder to hold the phone. People don't just want a sheet of glass. They want something to hold. And I think making your iPhone thinner and getting rid of headphones, which everyone owns, and so you go to this new system that requires a Thunderbolt, it's just their way of making money through patents, through however they sell these things, they make money off of it. And I don't think it's smart.
Okay, well, it's a Lightning port, not a Thunderbolt connector, first of all.
Details.
And second of all, the argument, though, that it doesn't make sense to change it because everyone already has a current one, how does that, when they change from a 30-pin to a Lightning, everyone complained, but where are we now? Everything's Lightning, and no
Because
one
you have
cares.
no choice. Oh, I'm sure they care.
So,
But this one is bigger than that. I mean, headphone jacks have been around forever.
exactly, they've been around forever, so why wouldn't you
But
make
it's
a new
still,
one?
it works.
Yeah.
It works.
Well, a lot of things work. That doesn't mean you shouldn't move forward.
We
and
should bring
invent new
Greg into the
things.
conversation because Greg's the
Oh,
audio
yeah, Greg,
guy.
you're an audio guy.
Greg, the earbuds, these are analog, right?
Yes, they are.
In itself is analog. So, real quick, kind of explain what this phone would need to do to go from that to what do you call it? A Lightning port?
Lightning port.
Lightning port. So from analog to digital, kind of explain that process.
Well, I guess if it's going, for one thing, it already is digital if it's in the phone. So to be honest with you, I'm not sure that it really makes that big a difference what your output is directly to your ear. The analog output port, I guess it remains to be seen if you're going to use it for other things, like plugging it into a system where you're listening back. I'll be curious to see if there's any difference in the way it transfers audio that way, I guess. But I was really thinking of it from a little different angle that you were sort of touching on, but you didn't say, and that was that what you've turned it into is another proprietary plug, much like the charging plugs are proprietary, and they change and they force you to kind of move down the road and buy some different gear. But it doesn't allow you to really use a lot of other types of headphones then. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
A lot of people like to buy different brands of headphones, and are you going to be stuck with the buds, and are you going to be angry about it?
No, I bet you have to buy a special dongle, which then hangs off from the phone. So what's the point?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll make a Lightning to a 3.5mm adapter.
A dongle.
Well,
More
A
than
dongle.
phone.
an
They're
adapter.
gonna make a dongle.
It's not a dongle.
They're gonna make a dongle.
They'll make an adapter,
Dongle.
but I also think what we'll start to see more of is these higher end headphone companies will start making better sounding Bluetooth headsets, and you won't ever need to plug your headphones into your phone in order to listen to music.
So this is kind of a tweener, really, because we just haven't quite gotten there with the Bluetooth headsets, but we do have some on the market, so it's already moving forward.
Yeah, and with new Bluetooth technology and a wider band, they'll just start to sound better. So
I don't think
really
so.
plugging into your phone now is really, it's just getting in the way.
I buy a Bluetooth headset every year. Use it for like 2 months, and then I lose it, or I don't care enough to use it because it sounds terrible. People can't hear me from it. I'm not.
Or you got to charge both, so you forget one and not the other.
Right. So then you need the Anchor charger. Essentially, is what you need for this stuff.
At all times.
But to me, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, if you're going after something to help consumers to make a product better, I don't see how getting rid of a headphone jack to make it thinner is going to help consumers.
How about getting rid of the headphone jack to make it more technologically advanced?
Don't care.
Okay. Well, that's your opinion.
That is my opinion. But that's mine.
On Matt's mind.
Definitely not on Connolly's mind.
That was a short one today. I was pretty precise.
Well, it's because we just wrapped you early. That's what it was.
Yeah, maybe that too.
Succinct.
Greg.
It's crowdfunding time.
It is.
I love crowdfunding time. It's
Yeah.
my favorite segment, I think.
Yeah?
It is.
All right.
Not that
Well,
bad.
last time Matt and Connolly, they proudly backed Cube. A smart light bulb. I've heard the show. I wasn't a participant, but I've heard the show.
Were you listening in?
Would you have backed it?
Yes, I would have. It would have been a...
There would have been a clean sweep for the first time ever on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Well, I guess since we taped the podcast, or you did, the project is now at $226,000. 13 days left. That is 452%. And I know they were well over 100% when you did the show.
Right.
But that's 452% now of their funded goal. I know some get into the thousands and whatnot, but that seems pretty healthy. So I guess let's see if we can go 2 weeks in a row backing a project. It's a tall order.
It's a
What do you
tall
think?
order, and this one I'm kind of scared about. It took me a long time to figure out what this product did differently than the other ones, and so I think I figured it out. So today we're looking at drones. The drone we're looking at is called Fleye, spelled F-L-E-Y-E. Don't know why, but that's why it's called. It's your personal flying robot. I'm going to play just a little bit of the CEO talking about the product, but they don't quite do a good job in explaining exactly what makes it special and cool. So just take a listen real quick, and then I'll come back in to kind of explain.
My name is Laurent Schnauer. I'm co-founder of Fleye. I'm really passionate about new technologies, and I naturally fell in love with drones when I first met them a few years ago. I'm convinced that in the future we'll have flying robots around us helping us in our daily lives. But before that, we must overcome a few challenges, in particular with respect to safety and usability. What we did at Fleye...
All right, so if you're listening on the podcast, you can't quite see what the product looks like. It looks like a big flying dome is what it looks like. A big white dome that's flying around. You guys disagree?
No, that sounds about right.
All right. So after reading everything and trying to figure out what the heck this thing, how is it different than a regular drone, I figured it out. You want to know what it is?
What?
Safety.
Ooh.
Everything is on the inside of the drone, which allows you, and they showed in the demo, so I had to go back and watch the video, allows you, if the drone is coming towards you, accidentally or something, you can easily tap it and it moves away. So that is what makes this your personal flying robot, is that you can tap it and it's safe to be around anything because the rotors and everything is inside the drone. Everything else, it acts like a drone. It hovers. It can track people. Something drones do. It has a camera on it. I wouldn't say the best camera, but just a basic thing. Using your smartphone to control the drone and all that. But the biggest selling point is the safety.
Well, what's the major function?
Where does this fit into my daily life?
It doesn't. It's just another drone.
Okay.
To get cool shots. They have 4 modes. They have a selfie mode, so it tracks one person and it keeps at a given distance and just keeps following them, that type of thing. Based on your cell phone, it keeps track of you and it'll follow you and that stuff. Panorama, you give it the given altitude and where you want it, and it'll turn itself at 360 degrees to capture that video. Hover, it just stays in that one place. You can change altitude or anything like that, but it'll just stay there. Or you can be in full manual mode with the smartphone.
I assume a pretty universal app controls it.
Yes, iOS and Android for now, and they also this company believes in open source, so they have an API and SDK, so you can create apps around this drone. So pretty cool for those who develop things like Matt.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? I
Matt?
told you it'd be a sketchy one. It'll be a hit or miss. I warned everyone that.
I think it's cool, but I don't think it's for me.
Okay. What about it isn't for you? Because you like drones. I mean, you'd want a drone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess the whole perk of it with the safety and stuff, it's not a huge deal for me because I wouldn't ever be in a situation, I think, where it would hit someone or it would hit me.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think they want it to be safe in the sense of they know their next step is they know drones aren't their end game. Their end game is a robot.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is just one step closer to developing robot-type technology that's safe to be around people, in my opinion, is what their end goal is.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's definitely cool and a step in the right direction. It's just, I don't know. Greg?
Well, I think it's not the same as the types of drones that I've been more exposed to, and those are for videography or photography or something along those lines. So it's generally an outside thing, and it's a more altitude kind of thing. So it took me a second to sort of get my head around what they were trying to do, but I understand what you're saying, Connolly. This is a step towards something else. And I say for that reason right there, because of what this thing becomes, if they're allowed to continue this, I'm backing.
All right. Here's the part where I think I know everyone's answer, but I'm going to do it anyways. So they have a bunch of different steps here on Kickstarter, but the most important one that would get anyone interested is to back it at a level where you actually get the fly, right?
Absolutely.
So
right. What level is that? Yeah.
It's at $742.
Woo!
Back the project at $742, and you get a fly, and the app, and a battery. The app is iOS and Android. And
is that where we have to get in? Is that the only place you can get in?
That is the lowest level you can get in order to get a fly. Everything else is just thanks. You get your name on a wall of fame, or you get invited to dinner, etc., etc. So if you want to get in at the level where you actually get a fly, it's $742.
Right, but there are levels where you don't get a fly, and you're just interested in giving him some backing.
Right. Mm-hmm. They have a $106 level where you can get into a cocktail dinner. $53 gets a little thanks. $10, you don't even get anything. The satisfaction of knowing you're changing the future of the world, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is fine. That's what some people want. But I think for this discussion, that is a level that we have to say, back or no back, at $742. And I think I know what it's going to be, but we're going to do it anyways. Matt, at $742 to get a fly, are you going to back it or not?
No.
Greg, I asked the question, are you going to back it or not?
I will give you two possible answers, Connolly.
I only got one button, Greg.
No, I'm just saying I'm two possible ways that I answer the question. It'll be the same answer.
Okay, great.
All right. I can either give you the answer where I qualify the reason why I have answered the way I have, or I can just give it to you straight.
You can give me the one that you qualify.
Okay. I first of all, well, I would say that I believe in it. I think I just explained why I believe in backing it. And I do, because I think it's a cool thing that that down the road is something that definitely is going to be in homes above the level of the little vacuum that runs around the house, sort of thing. Exactly. But at $742, if it's my money, I mean, I'm going to have a hard time finding that right now to back it. So I have to say no. So there's my qualified no.
And I think I'm with you. If it wasn't my money, I'd totally back it at the $742 level.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, and for what I would use a drone for, safety isn't my number one priority. And so, to me, that's what this thing seems to excel at, is the safety around it. And so, for that reason, that's not quite enough to get me to spend $742. I can't play my song. I wanted to play the song again.
Did you have to find
Darn.
one that we went back because we all backed it last week?
No, I kind of looked for the most interesting one that would potentially get someone's attention. So that was that. I knew it would be either hit or miss. So there you go. But it's a cool project nonetheless.
I agree. I think it's a really cool project, and it's just the front end of a much bigger and cooler project too.
Future of home security.
What's trending?
All right, it's time to look at this week's What's Trending clip. I'll get Greg off of my screen so I can share it for you. This clip comes from one of my favorites. Oh, wait, Greg's still on my screen. Late night shows. Anyone know what that is?
Would it be Jimmy Fallon?
It would be Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon and Eva Longoria played Family Feud. Matt, you know what Family Feud is?
I do know what Family
All right,
Feud
good.
is.
Played Family Feud this week on the Tonight Show. Okay, so I'm gonna before I play this, I wanted to play the Aaron Rodgers pass, but I didn't want to get sued by the NFL, so I couldn't play it. NBC, I'm not so worried about. I mean, they'll come after us, but we don't got anything. So here's my second choice: Fast Family Feud with Eva Longoria on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
The lovely, the talented Eva Longoria. All right, you're super fun. We're about to play a game that's just like that is just like Family Feud, only faster. It's time for Fast Family Feud. Here we go. Here's how it works. Whoever we're gonna hear a question. Whoever buzzes in first gets to answer it. If you get the number one answer, you automatically win that round. But if you don't, the other person has a chance to answer and steal the round. Ready to play?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We surveyed our great audience here. The top 3 answers are on the board. Let's hear the first question.
Name a Christmas gift people don't like to receive.
Matt, you go first.
Fruitcake.
Okay, Greg.
What?
Name a Christmas gift people don't like to receive. I can't because I already know the answer. So,
Almond Roca. I don't know.
Almond. You should do Almond Joy. Here we go.
Fruitcake.
Nice.
Boom.
Number 2.
Number 2. Oh, okay.
You can answer, Jimmy.
Gift card? Oh, we like gift cards. Sweaters. Well, what was it? No dancing yet. What?
Like
Underwear.
socks or.
Socks?
Oh.
I didn't say socks.
Socks.
I'm just thinking of, yeah.
Lingerie
Why
from
would I
your
say gift
grandma.
cards? People love gift cards. That's why they call it gift cards.
Oh, gift
Gosh, it would be awful. All right, round 2. Let's hear the question.
Name a one-word greeting.
Greg.
Good morning. It's 2.
That's 2.
How about howdy?
Hello?
I was going to say hello. I haven't seen this one, but hello.
No, I haven't
howdy,
either.
hello.
I'll go howdy.
Hello.
It's not on there?
No.
What, like yo?
Is there a number higher than 1? What is going on right now? A one-word greeting that you say to someone when you greet them. And hello is in the top 3.
Totally confused. Okay.
It's a frying pan.
Is it hi?
Oh, come on. Something must be wrong with the buzzer. What? Something wrong?
Are we?
What is number 1? What is number 3?
Stop.
Yo, I got it, number 2. Yeah.
You got number 2.
Stop and yo?
But I was like, that's 2
No,
words.
it's 2 words. Yeah, it's 2 words. Sup and yo.
I had that problem.
Sup and Yo
You
was
are a weird audience.
Sup and Yo was our that was our dance crew from the 90s. Sup and Yo. Yeah.
Sup and Yo.
You were Sup, I was Yo. All right, final round. I came to leave. No Adele fans out there. One word greeting, yeah. Sup from the other side. I hate this game. But I love you. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Final round, one word greeting. Yo, oh my gosh. All right, here we go. This is for everything. This is for
Name the most annoying Christmas song.
I'll go first. Jingle bells. Matt?
The little drummer boy.
Greg.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Here we go.
Jingle bells.
Yes!
Oh,
Yes! Oh.
my winner right there, Eva Longoria. Oh.
There you go. Fast Family Feud with Eva Longoria is our What's Trending clip on Jimmy Fallon. I don't think Jingle Bells is the most annoying song. I just think it's a song everyone knew off the top of their head.
Yeah, it's the first song to come out of your mouth if you.
Yeah. That was fun. That was good.
We should do more.
I think Grandma got run over by a reindeer was solid.
That was a solid choice. I think it's too old for the crowd, though.
That's true.
No.
But no, it's right up there on all of the tune in to nothing but Christmas music stations. It comes flying at you. Maybe not as opposite as as White Christmas or Jingle Bells, but it's out there.
Are those oldies stations?
Oh, snap.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, there it was, Family Feud. I thought that was a fun little segment, and it was even more fun that I didn't know it was coming. I thought that was great.
I just totally made it up as I watched it. So, there you go.
All right. This week's Rants and Raves. Connolly?
All right. Am I going first?
Sure.
Am I the only one with it?
I have one.
Okay. Matt has one. Do you have a rant or rave, Greg?
No, I don't think so. I'll listen to yours.
Okay, great. All right. So I'm not going to rant this week. I rant mostly every week. This week, not going to do it. Why? Today was bowl selection day in college football. Wearing my WSU shirt. Very proud of the WSU Cougar athletic department in general. The Cougar football team headed to El Paso, Texas, December 26th with an 8-4 record to play in the Sun Bowl against Miami. Very exciting. Also exciting, the WSU basketball team, 7-1, played a heck of a game against Gonzaga, 69-60, and then demolished Portland State yesterday, as everyone should in football and basketball, but whatever, 91-67. And then the Washington State women's basketball team, 8-1. They play the Zags this coming Tuesday. They're dominating as well. So overall, my rave is for the Washington State University Athletic Department, football, basketball, and hopefully baseball coming up soon. But go Cougs! That's
Nice.
mine.
My rant is a little bit more
He has a
serious.
rant.
I don't want to sadden anyone's mood, but this needs to be said. In wake of the recent attacks in California, this argument has been brought up again that encryption and these encrypted messaging services are a problem and need to be gotten rid of because they're a risk to national security, and that is just pure hogwash. They're not, and the argument that they are is ridiculous. So there's that. I don't want to turn this into a segment, but I'll just put that out there for another show.
No, fair enough.
You don't have anything, Greg? No rants, no raves?
No.
Just latch on to mine. Go Cougs.
Oh, I can latch on to yours. I will latch one thing onto yours, and that is that I have been a little bit surprised at the number of people, and it hasn't been a large number, but just I was a little bit surprised that anybody was down on the fact that they weren't going to a different bowl. I'm not quite sure what bowl people were super hopeful about. Holiday or?
The one in San Diego, yeah, the Holiday Bowl in San Diego.
Yeah.
I think just because of the location.
Right. But it just seems like anything south, if you're like we are and live quite a ways north.
Mm-hmm.
I just was a little surprised that people were kind of down on that. I thought it was a great pick for Washington State.
I'm very excited to see them. I'm excited to see a Cougar football team in post regular season games. So bring it on. Bring on Miami. Big name school.
Absolutely.
Bring it on.
I hope it's not like the Apple Cup.
Hey, none of that talk around here. None of that. You can't pounce on my rave. Don't do it.
Okay.
Not doing it. Not doing it. All right.
That was fun.
So we're good? We're good. We've got our rants. We've got our raves. We've done our segments. We've done our thing. We have one thing left to do, and that's just shut her down.
Shut her down.
That's it. Another episode of Bandwidth Boys podcast. I hope you'll find us and revisit it. Thanks for joining us. If you missed us live, you can do that download. Listen to our podcast by using iTunes or your favorite podcast app.
And Stitcher.
Bandwidth Boys
Stitcher.
Podcast. Facebook, Bandwidth Boys Podcast. Twitter, @GMK Podcast. Web, bandwidthboys.com. Bandwidth Boys Podcast.
And as Matt said, also on Stitcher. With that, I'm Greg.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Connolly. Go Cougs.
I put the wrong person.
We'll talk to you next time. Same place, same time, same shenanigans. Right here on the Bandwidth Boys podcast. Keep on teching on.